Hi, all. Wrapping up February and get a ton of reading done this month. My migraines have been out of control, mostly because of the crazy weather, and did some traveling. Actually, got engaged, which was, of course, amazing. The hotel we went to for Valentine's Day had secret passageways and hidden rooms, one of which was, I'm being attacked by a cat, one of which was Hobbit themed. But I did get some reading done. My light is fading. So I finally started the Greenbone saga with Jade City. So far, I really like it. I'm not too far into it yet, so we'll see if it continues to be really good. I'm fully expecting it to be great because people have been raving about it for years. It's been on my TBR for so long. Originally, I kind of put it off because I was like, it's going to be so great. And the next one's not out. Then the second one came out, and then I said the same thing. And then, of course, I'm like, okay, you have to finally read this. So, finally starting it. I think after I finish this trilogy, I might finally do Poppy War. Then maybe I'll finally have everything to talk about with everyone. But next check-in, let's see if I'll finish it. It's a gray, rainy Sunday. Might be able to hear it pouring out there. But I finished Jade City. I, as expected, really liked it. Which is interesting because it's so mafia heavy. That's usually not something I love as much. It's that mindset of live and die for the family, and it's just such a very specific mindset that I usually don't enjoy reading. But this was just so good, and it's such a character story. Honestly, for as much as it's gang warfare going on, not a huge amount really happens. It's all political maneuvers and character development, which actually makes it a way more compelling novel. I mean, there is a lot of kung fu because the magic in this world comes from magical jade and essentially gives you like kung fu movie kung fu powers where you can like punch people through walls and run up the sides of buildings and deflect bullets. And honestly, I think this would make a really good movie. Yeah, the characters are really what pulls you through. And the character development. Like one of the main characters is Hilo, who I could not stand at the beginning because he's so brash, he's so arrogant. It's his view and no other view, but you see him grow to the point where I could really, even though I don't agree with him, could really respect him until he upset me at the end. But so we got 2 more books of him, and Shay is really impressive, and her story of trying to get out of this and then being pulled back into the family and then no holds bar dealing with shit. It's just really good. It's not it's not something that would normally be my cup of tea with what it's about, but it really works and I'm excited for the next 2. So, I haven't got a whole lot of reading done so far because I've had a 2-day long migraine. But I did read The Spellshop by Sarah Beth Durst. I really like her Queens of Renthia series, so I was interested to see her get into like a romantasy. I read it in one setting. It was just happy. It was totally cozy. It was someone with a bunch of spell books opening a jam shop slash spell shop, but mostly jam. You had friendly bakers, a hot neighbor guy, and it was on this island where the sorcerers, because no one's allowed to do magic unless you're like imperially sanctioned. So no one was coming to do the sorcerer work that they needed to. And so everything was kind of starting to die because no one was taking care of the trees. No one was helping with the weather because the magic was causing weather problems. And so this librarian who escaped from the revolution had a bunch of library spellbooks with her. It's like, well, I guess you guys could sell remedies. Definitely not magic, remedies to fix trees. And it's just her cute working with her sidekick, which is a talking spider plant that no one understands how that works, including him. And it's just, everything's just super cute and super happy. There's a lot of cinnamon rolls, literal cinnamon rolls. That was just a really fun, fast read. I did finish The Summer Queen. That was really interesting. The first book from the Eleanor Aquitaine series by Elizabeth Chadwick. I like that it's the really like updated history. So I read a couple other ones with Eleanor of Aquitaine, and they're more on like the salacious part of the story versus like what this queen's life would have been. And those are really good. I just started the second one of the series now that she's gone from being Queen of France to Queen of England. She's fascinating. Yeah, that's it so far. Finally feeling better as of like 2 hours ago. We'll see where the reading goes. So I also finished The Winter Crown, which is the second in the Eleanor of Aquitaine series, which was really good. It's a frustrating, not the book, but like just the story is frustrating because you just want to stab all of the men in her life. But man, she's fascinating. So that's the story of her being Queen of England up until she gets imprisoned by the King of England. And so book 3 is going to be her imprisonment and everything happens from there. Yeah. I just started The Mysterious Case of the Alperton Angels, which is unlike anything I've ever read, so we'll see what March brings.